私のことを呼んだ？コーラある？ねえ、コーラはあるの？
Hey guys, Bucky here. Today we're going to do a review on the Uberti 1873 45 Long Colt Single Action Army Revolver. The Uberti 1873 is a copy of the Colt Single Action Army and 45 Colt. As purchased, comes in a box, owner's manual, safety warning pamphlet, safety lock, and a full color promotional poster, as well as the pistol itself. I got it for 400 new in the matte finish and the brass frame because it was the cheapest model in store. And they call it the El Hombre, but the thing is it doesn't really matter which model you get. And while Uberti and Cimarron do sell versions that have engravings, the truth is, engravings offer no tactical advantage whatsoever unless you're trying to sell it second-hand or at an auction as a collector's piece. One distinct difference between this and the Colt is that the Uberti has 3 clicks, the Colt has 4, when cocking the hammer back. It's a great alternative to the true Colt single-action armies out there because they're actually quite expensive. And this replica is great for cowboy action shooting. Quite frankly, if you're looking for a single-action revolver for cowboy action shooting, go for the Ruger Vaqueros. They're much more robust, slicker, faster, and easier to reload, even though they're a bit more expensive. As for enhancing your echelon, I highly recommend you place it in the center. That way you can buff damage by 18% and accuracy by 37%. One problem though is that when I received this pistol, there was a serious mechanical defect. The base of the cartridges were getting caught in the gap between the frame and the cylinder. This would then cause the cartridges to bind in the revolver, thus making it unsafe to fire, almost rendering the revolver inoperable. There was some pretty obvious damage to the casings. Thankfully the pistol is still in warranty because I purchased new, sent it back to Benelli and they repaired it and sent it back to me shortly. Now the pistol runs smoothly. As far as shooting dynamics go, belt recoil is roughly the same as the 45 auto with a steel frame, like a 1911. Loading and unloading is pretty slow. The cylinder only spins in one direction, and there's only one loading port and a single loading gate. Some people love to reload during a battle. I don't. It doesn't feel exhilarating to me at all. For defensive use, 45 Colt isn't bad, even in cowboy loads, and the soft lead projectile is pretty good against soft tissue, and velocities are similar to 45 auto. However, it isn't really concealable, and to shoot really quickly with it very well and reload very quickly requires a large ton of skill. It requires far more proficiency than it is needed to use a magazine-fed self-loading pistol or a speed loader-fed revolver. The pistol itself also is not drop safe, so you have to carry on an empty chamber, so while it is a 6-shooter, you're only supposed to safely carry 5. Keep in mind not to have the hammer ride on a live cartridge. Accuracy is adequate. However, I wasn't really able to get good group soap due to inconsistent ammo that had inconsistent felt recoil and inconsistent velocities. I was using American Cowboy 200 grain lead round nose, sufficient for shooting at Texas Red from 40 feet away, but not very good. One safety consideration to keep in mind is to not let your thumb fall between the hammer and the firing pin, because that would hurt. And also fanning the revolver with live ammunition is incredibly dicey. Maintenance of the Uberti 1873 is pretty simple. All you need to do is put it on half cock, open the loading gate, and then push in on the cylinder pin, retaining pin, and then pull out the cylinder pin, retaining pin. From there, you can freely remove the cylinder. To clean and maintain the 1873, solvent for all surfaces, solvent inside the barrel, solvent in front of the chambers and right behind the chambers, and scrub all surfaces thoroughly with solvent, and then lightly lubricate all surfaces. And aside from the initial manufacturing defect and hiccup, reliability is adequate. Got about 400 rounds through it, so that's not exactly a very large sample size. It's only a sample size of one revolver, but so far, I've been generally happy for it. Reassembly of the pistol is done in reverse order. Open the loading gate, put it on half cock, reinsert the cylinder, press down on the cylinder pin, retaining pin, insert the cylinder pin, and reassemble the pistol. Then add a light coat of oil on all external surfaces. You can find many models in various different configurations, barrel lengths, calibers, from Uberti and Cimarron. These are good quality, Italian-made replicas, with all sorts of grip configurations, styles, finishes, and such as well. MSRP is approximately around $510. I got mine for $400. Your mileage may vary, but significantly much cheaper than an actual Colt single-action army. Those things have a street value of roughly around $1,500, so